Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening and learning, and to the Bayah Shadabadat, the house of David. Maya Shatad, with men of valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you, and you alone. I have a quick hit for you today, Lord willing, be edifying, uplifting unto the body. Without further ado, it's going to be here in the book of Jonah, and it's going to be chapter 2 and verse 7, and it reads, When my soul fainteth within me, I remember Yahweh, and my prayer came in unto thee, unto thine holy temple. Right? So when we are feeling low and we feel that we can't come up with a topic, can't do something, feel defeated because the world is beating us down, as the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing scripture, hey, they shall wear out the saints. As we are being worn down and feeling defeated, and we have to call on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We have to remember that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has given us the sufficient strength. And if we feel it is ever not sufficient, we have to pray for more strength in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? That we could continue in the walk in the faith in the holy temple. All right? First and foremost, knowing and understanding that our body is a temple. Okay? Our body, our mind, all right, where our spirit lies inside of these vessels. All right, so we are to take care of ourselves through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and remember that we can always call on Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai if we be sincere, true, and faithful in the belief of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 8, and it reads, They that observe lying vanity forsake their own mercy. Right? If you continue to follow the way of the world, and if you continue to follow the vain lust of your mind, believing that you have already made it, if you believe that you can only deliver yourself, you're the only way, that you got to figure this out all by yourself, and that you can escape Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's will. You see, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai deals with the meek, the lowly, and the humble. As Jonah went into the well, he had to submit, and it's ultimately submitting unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, submitting unto the way, submitting unto the order that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has set up. All right? We cannot do anything without Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Through him, all things we can do. All right? It is not something of ourselves. This ministry was not ever meant for it to be of ourselves. It was always meant to be in servitude of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Always meant to fall at the feet of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Verse 9, and it reads, But I will sanctify unto thee with But I will sanctify unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay that I have vowed. All right? Salvation is Salvation is of Yahweh. All right? And we will pay which was vowed. Because when we came into the ministry through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we took an oath. We made a vow. All right? As Passover just was, all right, a couple of weeks ago, we yet vowed again for those brothers who partook in of the sacrifice. All right? For those brothers who partook of the Passover. All right? Claiming and making our bodies a living sacrifice unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? We don't live for ourselves. And ultimately, like a Mortal Kombat, resistance is futile. All right? Because if you try to walk away from the truth, and if you be a prophet of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, like Jonah in the well, hey, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to make sure that you stand for him. But if you be undesirable of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, you were never a part of this thing, and it's ultimately Yahweh Bashem Yahushai weeding you out. All right? And Lord willing, hey, that's not any of us brothers, any of you brothers, sisters, the few of you that watch through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, but that we make our calling and election sure by clinging unto the doctrine, the mercy, and the grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right? By how? By praying. All right? Praying for salvation, praying for deliverance, praying for mercy, praying for grace, praying for more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? That vow that we have vowed unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is that we cannot do it without him, that we need him and we trust him. All right? Continuing on, verse 10, and it reads, and Yahweh spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land. All right, and this is essentially we have to do. We have to leave the way of the world, all right, and follow in the way of the word, ultimately to be put on that dry land, that firm foundation. All right, our foundation is in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We can never forget that, and we must always push forward in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying, uplifting unto the body. I want to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, and to the Bayesha Davidah, the house of David. Till the next time, I'm Maya Shatad, with Men of Valor, Las Vegas Camp, saying Shalom, Kwame Yasharala, Wa Abal Babal. All right, and Salaki, I will get those shorts together and figure out how to do it exactly. All right, that it may be edifying and a little bit quicker through the Spirit. But either way, Lord willing, is edifying. Shalom.